chilloutrecords.
What's up, my people? I hope you're having a fantastic weekend. I'm your host, SG. Welcome to Chill Out Records. Man, today's topic is going to be crazy. Thank you all for all the subs that I've gotten, all the views, everyone that has supported the channel. I really do appreciate it, guys. Thank you so much for all the likes, the comments, the views. Man, you guys are amazing. I think I've hit 278 subs now. Man, this is amazing. I never in a million years thought that I would hit these amount of subs. You know, it's a small channel, small community. I talk some crazy stuff. So let's get started, man. So I'm going to jump right into the topic because this topic is crazy. First, let's get the kids out of here.
We watoto endeni mkafanya nini? Homework tafadhali.
All right, so get the goddamn kids out of the freaking channel because this is not for kids, man. So if you're a kid,
Are you crazy?
You're fucking
You are fucking. You are fucking.
okay, sounds like the sound bites and everything's working and the audio is crisp and clean. I'm going to switch things up a little bit later on in the show, but let's get started. So today's topic is never marry a nurse. And why would I be saying such things, man? Because I have seen some content on the internet. And I kind of I have to agree with what other people are saying. I watched videos of other people who actually were married to a nurse, and they made videos about how they were complaining that this is mental, like their lifestyle and everything that they thought they would be, like their expectations and what actually happens are two totally different things. So we're going to talk about these things because it's crazy, man. Okay, so if you're a doctor or a nurse yourself, I don't think this really applies to you because you understand your partner. But if you're not, then this video is definitely for you. Okay, so let's start off with Miriam. I just got your chat on WhatsApp. You're saying you're shy. Okay, fine, it's fine. If you don't want to call in, it's totally fine. All right. So the first one is she's going to be making more money than you. Okay, nurses are paid well, depending on where you are, of course. They will be making more money than you. Okay, and I'm yet to find a woman who is willing to put up with a man who's making less than her. Okay? Because
Are you crazy?
You're fucking
You are fucking. You are fucking.
there's no freaking way, right? There's no way that your woman is going to be making more than you, and that is a sustainable relationship. Somewhere down the line, she's going to be coming home and be like, why the hell did I marry this broke ass dude just sitting at home doing absolutely nothing? Because remember, she's a nurse. She's walking around surgeons, very high value men who are making probably what she's making or more. Plastic surgeons, all of this. She's exposed to all these types of men, right? Then she comes home and finds you as a freaking what? I don't know, a stay-at-home YouTuber. She comes home and finds you as a YouTuber. Where are the whips for this dude? She comes home, she finds you as a YouTuber making YouTube videos. She's like, why the hell did I freaking marry this dude? So that's number one. She's definitely going to be making more money than you. She's never going to look up to you. She'll look down on you. Okay. The second point, okay, is in most communities, like the Asian community, for instance, right? If you pursue any other field, let's say you decide to become an artist or a comedian or a skateboarder, or any other normal profession, like let's say, for instance, you want to become a school teacher, for instance. School teachers it's a pretty, a good position, although the pay is not so good, but it's still a good profession. And you want to become that. You tell your parents that. You tell your family members that. You tell your relatives that. They will look down on you, especially in some communities like Asian communities, Indian communities, Chinese communities. Well, that's Asian. they look down on you. They're like, why would I want my son or child to be anything else but a doctor? Like, they look at other professions like you're a beggar now. You know, this is a beggar now. We don't do that over here. So, if you're a girl and your family has now forced you into this field of becoming a doctor or a nurse, or doctor, nurses, lawyers, anything in the medical field, they're very highly looked upon. Like, there's this stigma that, okay, anything else is just a really bad career option, right? You do anything else, we will disown you. We will freaking throw you out the gutter, man. It's like, it's...
Are you crazy? You're fucking.
So-
You are fucking. You are fucking.
So get this right, okay? So you, as a woman, your family has forced you into becoming a nurse. Now, you pursue this thing, you fall in love with it. You say, okay, you know what? It's not so bad. It's a good career. I'm making some good money once you graduate and everything. But now you end up falling in love with a guy who's not in the same field as you. How does your family accept that man? Huh? Have you thought about that? Even if she accepts you, even if she says, you know what, I'm going to put that aside. I'm going to look at this dude and say, this is, he's okay. He's fine. I'm happy with him. He's got good qualities. He's never going to cheat on me. I like his work ethic, everything. The family's going to look down on you. Your family's going to be like, we put you through medical school and you go ahead and marry this teacher? Huh? Where are the whips? So, there's going to be that conflict. Your mother-in-law, your family members, there's just, the in-laws basically. They're just going to look down on you and be like, this freaking loser, man. He picked our daughter and he hypnotized our daughter into falling in love with him, So, okay. Number three, she might never be at home every night. You have to remember that. She is going to be working night shifts. Are you ready for that? Are you ready for a wife that wakes up at 10 p.m. at night and says, okay, bye, honey, I'm going to work? Are you ready for that? Think about that. How many nights can you spend without your wife beside you in bed and you're supposed to be married? Because, marriage is supposed to be you two doing things together. Will you even spend time together? Because by the time she gets home from work, she's so exhausted. She's done a whole night shift. She comes home at like 6 a.m. That's the time you're waking up. All you can do is probably just kiss her and just say, goodbye, I'm going to work now. Is there any... You wouldn't have any interaction there. So, and then you also have to remember, she's going to be on an emergency calls sometimes, right? I don't know how the whole work schedule is, but she's probably going to be on call. Maybe there'll be an emergency. Think about it. Maybe you're there in bed doing the ding dong. She gets a call. Oh, there's no freaking way that marriage is going to last, man. I guarantee it, man. And you know what the messed up thing is? You can't really convince her, especially if she decided to do this field. If she decided to be a nurse, you can't really convince her and say, you know what, I want you to, just maybe change your career or, just be a stay-at-home wife. That's not going to work, man. That's not going to work. Especially in this day and age, you can't really convince women to follow your lead. It's very difficult, especially when they have picked a career that of course is going to pay them well. People look up to them, put them on a pedestal. It's very rare for you to tell them like, hey, maybe you shouldn't do this. All right. Number 4. She's a nurse at work. She wouldn't be one at home for your lazy ass. Okay. Let me try and how do I explain this? For instance, me, right? I'm a software engineer at work. When I go to the office, I work as a software developer. When I come home, I don't want to be a software developer when I come home. It's like when I come home and then my wife tells me, hey, can you build me this app? Can you build me this website? That's never gonna happen. She is a freaking nurse at the hospital. When she wants to come home, she doesn't want to be taking care of your lazy broke ass. So don't expect. A lot of men have these expectations that, oh, if I marry a nurse, she will be taking care of me. She'll be giving me sponge baths. Yeah, that's not that. We're the whips for this dude, man. I'm sorry, man. You just have to accept it. It's just never going to happen. She's not going to do her job for 8 hours, 9-hour shift, 10-hour shifts probably, and then come home to your lazy ass on the couch, making YouTube videos and TikTok videos. And then she's like, oh, let me nurse you back to health. And even on the days that she's, her day off, she's not going to be like looking after you like you're the patient. She'll just be like, yo, get your lazy ass off the couch. Go and freaking see a doctor or something. There's no way. So don't have this fantasy that she's going to be taking care of. Imagine working a 9. I've seen how nurses work here in the UK. We normally have the 9 to 5 with a 9-hour shift, 8-hour shifts. They do 10, 12, 13, 14-hour shift days. You can imagine how stressful and exhausting that is. She does that in a day and then comes home. The last thing she wants to see is your needy, broke face there lying on the couch making TikTok videos. She's expecting probably a meal, a home-cooked meal. So you will be the woman in that relationship. It just doesn't work. It just doesn't work. And she's working her ass off. Who's taking care of the kids? Who's taking care of the house? How's that going to work out? I mean, it just doesn't make any sense to me. Personally, the way I see it, it just doesn't make any sense. Okay. All right. Number 5. So I spoke about being tired, right? I spoke about the 14-hour shifts, the 10-hour shifts. Now, she's working her ass off. She comes home. And men are very sexual creatures. Men need to be satisfied. There's always men want to be, men, we need our daily action.
Are you crazy? You're fucking. You are fucking.
So, yes, a lot of that ding-dong is going to happen. So, you are sitting at home, or maybe you've come home early from your work. Let's just assume, you've come home. Men, let me tell you something about men. Men, even if we're shot in the leg, will still want to have sex. It's just inevitable. It's the law, okay? It's the law, okay? Now, you're there, you've come back home from work, you've had a long shift. You as a man, you've come home, you want to have some action in the evening with your wife. Now, not only has she come back from let's say a 10-hour shift, but she's been touching other people's ding-dongs all day long. The last thing she wants to see is yours. Huh? I mean, just think about it, right? The whole day, she's there. Okay, not that action. Sorry, she, maybe, I don't know what nurses do with other patients, but she's probably handling these things the whole day. By the end of the day, I'm pretty sure she's like, man, I don't want to see any more ding-dongs today. I just want to go home and get some sleep. But there you are, waiting at the door for her. Hey, babe, are you home? Yeah, that's never going to work out. Trust me. So, and then when you get sexually frustrated as a man, what do you end up doing? And you'll end up cheating, obviously. And what about her? If she's not able to get it when she wants it, what is she going to do? Go out and cheat. I mean, It's crazy. I think the last point I wanted to make is you have to understand that this is someone who is in the medical field. They are going to be exposed to a lot of horrific things, accidents, cuts, people who have lost limbs and things. You know, she's going to be looking at all of these things, and it's going to freaking trauma. I mean, I can't even handle needles and blood. I can't even imagine the things that she's seen, you know. Not only would she come home and then share that experience with you, like, oh, honey, how was your day? And then she comes and tells you, oh, you know, today I saw someone's leg, it was just completely severed off. And, you know, like maybe maggots were eating it and there was blood all over the floor. Like, and then, you know, you're just there on the dinner table like. And, you know, I have a very photogenic memory, a photogenic imagination. You know, someone tells me something, I'll picture it in my mind. And, you know, if she's telling me these kind of things, these graphic things, would I even be able to eat my food? I'm not even able to like get past that. So imagine that. Think about that for a second. And the things that she's seen and traumatized. Do you think that this is someone that would be able to connect with you emotionally? Give you that love and compassion? Damn, what kind of a marriage would that be? So these are the 6 things. I just wanted to point these out to you guys. I don't know what you guys think. But yeah, that was it. I wanted to keep this very short. Thank you for everyone that checked out the channel. I guess I'll see you guys. Of course, the ones who are watching, if you have any, if you want to post any live chats, whatever, comments, questions, you can do that. But what do you guys think, man? What do you guys think of these 6 points that I've just pointed out? Because how can that marriage work? I mean, just think about it. How can that marriage really work? Does that make sense? Or am I talking to myself here? Oh, man. Crazy, 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 man. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Yeah, that was it, guys. Thank you so much for checking out the channel. And I'll see you guys next weekend. Peace.
Chill Out Records.